Once touted as the world's most sophisticated and advanced fighter aircraft, the F-35 is having trouble getting off the ground. That's according to a South Korean lawmaker who said the radar-evading fifth-generation fighter jet was encountering technical problems that left the plane inoperable numerous times over the past year. Citing the country's Air Force data, a South Korean representative said that over an 18-month period, the F-35 was grounded 172 times, with an additional 62 cases in which the jets flew but weren't able to carry out their mission. Technically still at war with neighboring North Korea, South Korea has an extensive air force and is one of the largest buyers of the F-35. But the much-praised aircraft has seen numerous production setbacks, and the U.S. Air Force has even admitted to its high expenses, with an estimated price tag of $1.7 trillion for the aircraft's lifetime cost. Turkiye, which was once part of the F-35 program, was removed by the U.S. in 2019 over Ankara's purchase of Russia's S-400 air defense system. So is the famed F-35 under-delivering what it promised? And to get a better understanding of how the F-35 is performing, I'm joined by Kwang Ho Chun. He is a professor at Jeonbuk National University and joins me from Seoul. Kwang Ho, thank you very much for joining me on Straight Talk. So why is the F-35 running into so many problems?
Especially in South Korean case, that I can give you some explanations. South Korean Air Force first deployed F-35 in 2019. Mm-hmm. It is still a very early stage for South Korean Air Force to operate F-35, which is fifth generation aircraft. So the problems occurred the last 3 years are mostly maintenance problem rather than the problem of aircraft itself. When South Korean Air Force first deployed F-16 in 1991, they had almost same experiences as well. Mm-hmm. So although F-16 was first deployed by the U.S. Air Force in 1974, which was more than 15 years ago, but South Korean Air Force has had some same experience with F-35.
Mm. And so overall, you say these glitches do not hurt its image?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The fact that South Korea was so public about this defect, could it likely to cause some diplomatic problems between South Korea and the United States?
Well, not because of F-35. I mean, there are a lot of other things going on in between South Korea and U.S. Alliances. But regarding to F-35 issue, I don't think there will be any problem. Mm. South Korean Air Force will have about 140 F-35, if possible, and it is smoothly ongoing. So South Korean aircrafts are now changing slowly into F-35.
Yeah, but how could the shortcomings of the F-35 affect South Korea's deterrent position against North Korea? I mean, has this made Seoul, in a way, vulnerable in terms of its defense capabilities?
Well, recently, North Korean air forces are having a lot of exercises in their airspace. Well, I mean, although the North Korean Air Force are very weak, which means they only have third generation aircraft, and we are not sure whether it will be fully operable in reality. Mm-hmm. But the thing is that F-35 for South Korean Air Force, if we do have some more time, and if we have 2 or 3 more years to operate and have maintenance well, I think there will be no problem at all, and F-35 will be the main weapon system of South Korean Air Force in the future.
But now another criticism when it comes to the F-35 is its enormous cost. Lieutenant General Eric Flick, Joint Program Office Director, said high operating costs are a direct threat to the F-35. What did he mean by that?
F-35 is indeed one of the very expensive aircraft and a very expensive weapon system. That's true. But considering the fact that we do have some other fifth generation aircraft, such as SU-57 and
Yes.
Gen 20 and so on. But F-35, although F-35 is very expensive, but still F-35 is only, credible aircraft until now on regarding fifth generation aircraft.
So is it safe to say that Turkey should count itself lucky for not being burdened by the F-35s and its problems after its exclusion from the F-35 program?
Yeah, I mean, the Turkish position is quite different from South Korean position, of course. I mean, but we have to understand that, all weapon system, the modern weapon system has to have competency, which means that Turkish Air Force also have F-16s, more than 200 F-16s and F-5 as well. Now, that means that, Turkish Air Force also had an experience of operating with American aircraft.
Yes.
And this is very much related to the NATO's position. So even though the Turkey was excluded from the F-35 program by the United States because of the S-400 issues, but I think there are some possibility that Turkey should argue a little bit more that to have F-35.
Yes, but unless, if I'm not mistaken, unless Turkey acquires modernized F-16s or 4.5 generation fighter jets, the Air Force of Turkey could become seriously outdated in this decade. So how is that fact impacting the Turkish aviation or defense industry to improve itself?
Yeah, in my opinion, Turkey has to consider two facts. Number one is that Turkey is one of the NATO force, especially in terms of army. That Turkey is number 2 army in NATO alliance. That means that Turkey should consider more about the competency with the weapon systems of NATO. Of course, Rafale can be a candidate for for the development, but still, we are saying something about fifth generation aircraft. So there are only options available right now, which is F-35. And the second thing is that Turkey has a very advanced technology of UAV.
Yes.
That is very important thing. That if Turkey would like to have some, Turkey would like to develop some defense industry, especially relating to Air Force. I think Turkey has a very good position because of the UAV system.
But could UAVs offset its needs for air defense or fighter jets?
Well, I mean, that is another thing. That is another thing because the UAV and of course aircrafts are different. They are totally different. But something is that Turkey has at least some basic technology to develop aircraft. So I think you have to consider those two factors.
But it seems Turkey cannot develop it overnight. So what other options does it have? I mean, if the F-16 deal falls through, what other options does Turkey have? For example, can we talk about, as you've mentioned, Russia's Su-57s?
The thing is that Russia's Su-57 has some problems about air defense system. That's why that during the ongoing war of Russia and Ukraine, Su-57 is deployed, but not fully operational. That is the problem. And another thing is like a Gen 20 of China. Well, we are not sure whether the stealth capability of Gen 20 is really credible.
Yes.
So the other fifth generation aircrafts has still unstable compared to F-35.
Like French
Now,
Rafale fighters?
French Rafale fighters can be an option, but the problem is Rafale is developed, but like 4.5 generation, not fully stealth and not fully operational as a fifth generation aircraft.
And it also brings the question whether France can sell Rafales both to Turkiye and Greece at the same time. So
at the same time.
So Kwang Ho, thank you very much for joining me on Straight Talk. Appreciate it a lot.